We begin tonight with breaking news. The president is just moments away from touching down here in America's finest city. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. Right now, President Joe Biden is aboard Air Force One, which is headed toward Marine Corps Air Station Miramar. Governor Newsom is waiting to welcome him there. Tonight, we have live team coverage from every angle of the president's visit. CBS 8's Shannon Handy is on base at MCAS Miramar, waiting for the arrival of Air Force One. Richard Allen is at MiraCosta College in Oceanside, where the president plans to deliver remarks at a Get Out the Vote event. And our Kirsten Holmes spent the day on the college campus talking with students about the presidential visit and the midterm election. Let's begin tonight with Shannon live at MCAS Miramar. Shannon?
Good evening, Marcella. As you mentioned, I'm here on base alongside several members of the media. We are awaiting the president's arrival. Air Force One is expected to touch down in just about 30 minutes. Take a look behind me. You can see an empty tarmac right now. Air Force One, if you've ever seen it land or seen it in person, it is a very large aircraft and needs a lot of space. So that is what you're looking at right now. Now, several local and state leaders will be here ready to welcome him, including Governor Gavin Newsom and San Diego's Mayor Todd Gloria. The visit comes on the heels of a stop in New Mexico. So the president left Albuquerque today for San Diego, where he will be speaking at a Get Out the Vote event at MiraCosta College in Oceanside for congressional candidate Mike Levin, who is currently representing the 49th district, and he is vying for the seat again. He's facing off against Brian Maryott, who he beat in 2020. Polls show the race is a close one. And with midterm elections less than a week away, Democrats are hoping the president's visit here will boost voter turnout. Political experts say one of the biggest battlegrounds in the fight to control the U.S. House is here in California, where, despite being historically a blue state, conservative strength is gaining ground. And of course, both parties are hoping to pick up as many seats as possible. Right now, there are 221 Democrats, 212 Republicans, and 2 vacancies in the House. Now, as soon as President Biden lands here at Miramar, again in about 30 minutes, he will then head off to Oceanside for that event. And we've just learned the president will not leave right away. He's actually expected to spend the night somewhere in the San Diego region, because just hours ago we learned that he is speaking at a technology company tomorrow. We do not know which company yet. The White House has not given us the name, but we definitely will have coverage of that, as we will have coverage of the president's visit tonight. And for more on that event at MiraCosta College, which is scheduled to begin at 6:30, we go live to Richard Allen.
Well, Shannon, thank you very much. The stage is set here at MiraCosta College, and the stakes are high. Anticipation is building for the arrival of President Biden. Hundreds of his followers are packing the gymnasium here on the college campus, all in an effort to get out the vote for incumbent Congressman Mike Levin in a tight race, as you said, with Republican challenger Brian Maryott. Now, this fight for the 49th Congressional District is one of a number of swing races around the nation that could ultimately decide whether or not Democrats keep their majority in Congress. Now, just a couple weeks ago, political analysts had deemed this particular race as leaning Democratic, but just recently it's now determined to be a toss-up. Polls showing Mike Levin has a slight edge over Maryott, but that lead is within the margin of error, making it too close to call. Democrats hopeful that this last-minute in-person boost by President Biden here in San Diego will motivate voters to head to the polls for Mike Levin. And keep in mind, this is not the first time Mike Levin has faced off against Brian Maryott. The two were up against each other in the 2020 general election. Mike Levin in that race defeated Maryott by about 6 points. Now, what's the difference this time around? Redistricting. Because of new district lines, the race is now more friendly to Republicans than it was to Democrats, although Democrats at this point still have a slight advantage. Still to be determined, though, what President Biden will focus on here. Most Americans are focused right now on the economy and inflation. We'll just have to wait and see exactly what President Biden's message is. We'll be here and we'll bring it to you here on CBS 8. Marcella?
Thanks so much, Richard. President Biden's visit to MiraCosta College is a first for the community college, and for students, faculty, and staff, this is history in the making. CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes is live on campus, where she spent the day talking with students about the president's big visit. Kirsten, what's the mood out there? I'm sure a lot of students are very excited.
Oh, these students are extremely excited. Everyone in the community is. I want you to take a look behind me. This line is already starting to form to allow people into the presidential speech. Again, he's here for Mike Levin. We've been here on campus all day at MiraCosta College, and everyone we talk to say They found out about this visit either last night, yesterday, or even this morning, and they still came and showed out. All right, so they're excited to welcome the president and hear what he has to say. And every student I spoke with on campus says this school is very politically engaged, so they're going to be analyzing President Biden's speech thoroughly.
I served this country for 10 years, and I fought very hard for this country. I was in Iraq and Afghanistan.
James Massey is now a student at MiraCosta College. He says he works hard to encourage all of his classmates to vote despite the tense political climate.
If your vote did not matter, then why are they trying to take your right to vote away from you? Why are they trying to make it so hard for you to be able to vote?
When it comes to issues on the ballot, James says,
I really feel like democracy and your right to choose and just live free is really at stake now.
I want to do something in the community.
Juan Marquez is also a veteran and a student at MiraCosta College.
He could have chosen anywhere, Carlsbad, Encinitas, but just choosing Oceanside, California, like a very working class place with a lot of working class people, I thought that was very interesting.
One says the most important issues for him this election is veteran support and immigration.
Me becoming a U.S. citizen and a military member has brought me so much opportunity, and I think that a lot of people should be afforded that opportunity.
It's been Roe v. Wade. I have two sisters who I care very deeply about, and I want them to be able to live in a world where they have that choice that they can make.
Daniel Penuelas is a campus liaison. How did you find out that President Biden was coming? How did you find out, and what was your first thought?
We got an email yesterday, and I thought it was a joke.
It was just baffling to me, I guess, because it's like, I've never heard of presidents coming here.
For MiraCosta College students, once the surprise wore off, they say their school is the perfect fit for a presidential visit.
I think it's crazy how people's votes really matter, and you need to really be educated, know what's happening. So kind of not being able to vote, I kind of get to see what's going on out there, and kind of be more educated for next year when I can vote.
We prioritize equity for our students and providing resources to them.
And as you can see, the campus is getting ready for that presidential visit right now. This line is wrapped all around the campus. We've seen lots of students gearing up for the speech tonight while Biden is campaigning for Mike Levin. We've also seen some Trump flags and some protesters, other supporters. Things are calm here right now. We haven't seen a lot of intermixing or any activity that suggests that things will be tense tonight, and we hope that it stays that way. The event is slated to start at 6:30. Again, you see the line of people waiting for the presidential visit, and we're going to be right here with them. Reporting live in MiraCosta College, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Thanks, Kirsten. President Biden's arrival puts the national spotlight on San Diego for this key congressional race. Today, CBS 8 caught up with Mike Levin's opponent, Brian Maryott. Maryott told us he is feeling optimistic about the race. He said President Biden's visit will not impact the race, as both the president and Levin have a poor track record with little results to show that they can be effective leaders, according to Maryott.
It's a failed president trying to prop up a failed four-year congressman that said recently in a debate that he wants to serve at least 10 or 20 years because it's going to take that long to become a committee chair.
In a statement, the Republican National Committee said, quote, the Biden-Levin agenda has been a complete failure for California families, and Biden's visit with Levin keeps the record of failure fresh in Californians' minds.